Welcome to the KDI Office Technology here at Rockingham Speedway. That's the name of the race. We have a 120 lap race here with Genesec on the pole, Waffle second, Kaiden and Wicked third and fourth respectively. It's really going to be these top two cars that will be gaining points on the rest of the field unless someone else joins at some point. But for now, it's going to be a fairly small race. Race might get shortened at some point. We have a competition caution at lap 25. So we'll see what will be going on here. Yeah, no stages, so this should be a very different race for a very short field. But if you might split this race in half just because of the field size being so minuscule. There might be a common thread. And flags in the air, and we're off racing here. That's not the air. Waffles, small run on the top side. Guess the nose out in front of the one. Get a pretty decent run on the bottom. Does not lead. Well, he does lead a lap. Waffles nearly led the lap there. Top does get the run. Kaiden is there. Waffles can't do much about that. Still side by side. It's going to be the 86, I believe, can lead the lap. Yes, he will. Really Kid reportedly said he's going to probably drop out this race on like lap 10. Which is unfortunate, but he's here. Kaiden being the odds-on favorite for basically every series to win, sweep the weekend. He's out here leading. He's running the Monster Energy car for Wicked. That's gonna be our first yellow. Kind of ran Waffles and Genesec got a room there. Oh, and Waffles hit a wall snag, took the 20 out. Somewhat poetic justice for that. Oh God, alright, we will not have a competition caution as that will be our comp yellow. Road will be open again. Speed is 60 miles an hour, 60. Down pit lane. Wicked nearly missed his stop. And both the leaders, pit stalls, are at the end of pit road. Very interesting. Kaiden kind of had a rough go at clicking his stall. So did Wicked. So probably, if I were to guess, the 7's going to be out first. Maybe it might be a toss-up between the 20 and the 86 for second. Waffles timed it just perfect. That wasn't much of a toss-up really at all. Kaiden will take second. Wicked will take, I guess, third, but on the fields they will roll out second, third, fourth. that green. Usually the non-state races go by actually faster, just because there's less chances for, I won't say less chances for cautions. There's always a chance for it, but there's not like a scheduled stage break. So whenever you get a break is whenever a caution happens, which could be not too long or forever. Waffle's gonna step down to the bottom of the racetrack. And Genesect, who stayed out, is going to have the lead for the time being. Up pretty decently. Wicked gonna really shove it down to the inside. It's a big run. Try to use it. Got a really bad entry though. Gonna allow Kaiden to sneak through the middle, and man, oh man, that'll be another yellow. Genesect leads with Wicked in second. Oh my god. Gonna go back green. Flag back in the air. And Genesect again gets away with pretty good restart. Kaiden tried to make his way through the middle. It kind of worked only because Wicked was behind him. Thought about 3 wide, decided against it. And 86 and the 20 nearly around. Now these top two I would say are like the favorites for the championship early on, based off the good lord, they're fighting like dogs trying to get second, while Wyatt's really just getting away. Work a little bit together on the punch stretch, but not a whole lot. A big push here. Down to the bottom. Oh my god, got real tight. And Waffle's gonna take the lead. I'd say the 7 and the 1 are gonna be your champ fighters for sure early on looking into the season. And we'll see if Wicked decides to bail out everybody, or if he doesn't. And he's bailing out. He said, nope, it's over. Doesn't really matter for him. He doesn't really get any points for this. But Considering he might not even make the Bush race, I would say this is a weekend kind of lost to time. It could have been, I suppose. 3 wide for the lead, though. Waffles with the run off. Wyatt gonna kind of save Kaiden with the push off the corner. And kind of save him. Still side by side for the lead. Oh, he kind of got stalled out a little bit. And go lower in the corner. Jensen gonna bump them both up top. Just kind of rode the wall there, though. Not the best look in the world. So almost late blocked himself. Kaiden through the middle, and he's gonna make it work. Just to get to the bottom. Getting to lead a different story. Might get it off the corner. He does. Just barely. It's an all Chevrolet field, by the way. So I'll check in on like lap 20 to see if these guys want still a 120 lap race or a 60 lap race. Just for the sake of there's only 3 of y'all. But you know, seems like they're having a fun time. Really, I mean, I think that third place car really depends, really dictates who really gets the edge out of whoever is in front. As of right now, even with 3 cars, putting on a really good show. Kaiden down to the bottom of the racetrack. Jensen can power up to the top. Doesn't quite work out. Bumps him up to the top here. Gets split 3 wide. Still 3 wide for a moment. Waffles leads that lap. That's nutty. To the bottom. Waffles tried to cover it. He was just right there, though. Led the lap barely. He's gonna take a bump, and now he's gonna try to get to his inside. And nearly spun him around. Oh my god, that was scary. He's like a hold really strong. Kaiden right now, still in that 3rd position spot. Not really doing a whole lot back there. I'm assuming he is trying to get up there actively. Well, that corner will prove it. Right there, gets to the corner panel of the 1. Set back there for at least a lap or 2. And again, Waffles late blocks the 1. That's been his biggest problem, I feel like, for these first couple races. His block game is not really that great. Saw it at Daytona, not really that much at Atlanta, at least to me. But here, man, oh man. He's got a whole lot of talent, but gotta time your blocks correctly. It happens to everybody, but him more so than others. Side by side. Ooh, Kaiden actually got a pretty lucky bump from the 7. Turned his trucks to the left and able to get through the corner, at least row through the corner a little better. Big bump from the 7 to the 1. Get him out front. Alright, so I'm gonna ask, I don't really have a really chance to do this, but, I'm thinking for the sake of these people, right? It's 120 laps. I think Waffle says 60. Okay. Waffle says 60. Let's see what Kaiden says to that. And Wyatt. Kaiden still stays at 120. So it's going to be up to Wyatt's decision to figure it out, I guess. How can we make this work? Because Wyatt, I can't see your chat, dude. Okay. I have an idea. Okay, Wyatt, go to inside lane and turn 3 if you want 60, outside lane if you want 120. Okay, he wants 60 laps. That is rather unfortunate for the 86 machine, but you know, it probably is the right call. Who knows? 3 wide off the corner. That was nuts. So this is going to change the complexion of this race quite a bit, because I'm sure pit stops will still might be a factor. 3 wide here. But now it's going to be more of like a sprint, because now you know there's essentially, what, 35 laps to go in the race? Well, Waffle says or 80. We're already here now. Yeah, 35 laps to go in the race, more like 34 now, but you still have a lot of time and not a lot of time at the same time. Because now you know this is essentially like a length of a stage or something. At like a bigger track, or a length of 2 stages, I would say. If you split this up to 30 and 30, that's what it would be. Now that you know there's not a lot of laps to go, you know, how patient do you be? On one hand, there's at least another, we'll say, what, 20, 25 minutes left in the race to be ran. So you could be patient until the final 5. But also, you could try to set yourself up. I mean, these guys have been setting each other up for passes the entire day. Waffles makes a bonsai 3-wide pass to take the lead. That was sweet. Down to the inside. Oh, good lord. Wyatt machine. Sideways off the corner. We just have to figure it out. Waffles big bump from the 1. Oh my god. Oh god. That was rough to look at. Caution's out. I guess Wyatt's gonna be racing back, so everybody's gonna be racing back now. Oh my god. I'll go take a look. All right, long caution flag. A lot of things happened. Um, yeah, Kaiden got into pit road just barely on time, and I mean just barely. The Yeet is here now. He's making his first start ever in the series. And DJ in. So he's here. He's gonna be a lap down because he joined way late. And realistically, if it was 120, then cool. But since it got shortened down, I can't fault him that much for not knowing. But you know, I guess he's here now. So for future reference, people joining this late usually isn't like a thing. But regardless, new flag's back in the air, and he had a really bad start. Well, he didn't have a good start either, but man, he's gonna have a rough start. Then he hasn't driven the track at all, so he's gonna really have to be at a deficit. But he's gonna get points for today, so that is something for him. All right, well, with 28 laps to go, and the field kind of spread out, it's gonna give these guys a chance to really fall out. They should be good on fuel to the end of the race, so really, this is just the sprint to the finish. How do you make your move? When do you make your move? Is gonna be basically everything. On one hand, you can make your move in 3 and 4 and try to make something work, but if it doesn't work, that's your one mulligan, that's your one shot. You can make something in 1 and 2 work, but if they make something in 3 and 4 work, you know, you're kind of sitting duck, unless you really put the gap on them in 1 and 2. So it is really, really difficult to kind of figure out. Well, it's going to be difficult to figure out what each person decides to do. We've seen all 3 of these guys. They are rather aggressive today. Wyatt, I'd say, probably the least aggressive out of this 3, which is wild to say, but, you know. Kaiden's been giving bumps. I think it's really just been Kaiden versus Waffles more so than anything. Waffle's still new, at least to this series. I'm not sure that his road racing background as a whole. He might be like the best driver ever somewhere else, but he's here rather new. Speaking of I really eat, that guy is doing. Oh man. Oh, what happened? He is learning. He is falling off the pace so much, but he's learning. So that's cool. I guess that's cool for him. Waffles just straight up doesn't give Genesec room when he's there. I think that's happened to Wyatt like 5 times now. The exact same guy. I don't think, I mean, Wyatt's been relatively, like, he hasn't, like, retaliated, as far as I've seen, he hasn't retaliated really that badly. So, good on him. Coming around to 20 laps to go. And bump the 7 up the racetrack. Doesn't quite get by. It's going to go on the bottom this time, though. Rub doors just a little bit. Not a whole lot. I will get clear. Actually, it's a little bit of help from the exit of the corner from the 7 of the Waffles. 19 to go. Really big points days for the 1 and the 7, especially the 1 if he wins this thing, and if Waffles doesn't finish second. It'll be a good points day for Wyatt, because right now, at the moment, Wyatt is 4th in points, which isn't bad, but considering the goal he had for this season and the amount of people that have him as the favorite to win the championship, you know, you're gonna want to have to, put some faith into those people, or at least faith into yourself that you can still come out and do this. And he's really had to work for it here. He did get the pull, so that is some good chase points for him. Waffle's gonna send it in the middle. I did not think that was gonna work, and he made it work. That was incredible. Oh, he kind of got tight in the corner. Genesect gonna have to run off to help the 7 a little bit. Kaiden got the lap barely. 16 to go. Oh, bumps the 86 out the way. Can get the run off the corner, though. Kaiden is right back to the 1. Waffle's trying to pass Kaiden again. They rub doors a little bit. Wyatt leads the lap. 15 laps to go now. And Waffle's going to lay off. Oh, my goodness gracious. I don't think he wanted to do that, but worked out for the 86. As Waffles gets a minor wall glitch on the backstretch. And he's still in the race. He's on the backstretch now. I don't think they'll lap him, though. I don't think they'll lap him, but it'd be really funny if they did. Off the corner. I did with a slight run. I mean, very slight. We'll use the top, try to get something out of this top line. Get a small little mini run. Didn't get as much as he probably wanted to, but it's on the inside of Waffles. Waffles have to give the 86 a little bit of room. I think he thought he was clear, it just wasn't. Well, all this battling is going to leave Genesect to kind of start running away with this thing. Waffles cleared up. He just wasn't quite clear to that, or he kind of just got tight and came up the racetrack. Hard to tell. Well, I'm pretty sure Kaiden kind of ran him into the wall there just a little bit. And high, but if they don't stop battling and start just pushing one car or the other, Wyatt's just going to get away with the win. And that's just not be good for him. Maybe not good for the Kaiden machine. He has a lot of people banking on he's going to sweep the weekend. Off turn 4. 10 laps to go. In terms of wins, Wyatt currently looking for his 13th career Wrangler Truck Series win. Tying him with H. Patrick Star for 4th all-time. We have Waffles, the last race winner. Looking for his 2nd career win, back-to-back, and Kaiden as well. He's looking for wins. He's looking for win number 9, and that would tie him with Martian Marshall for 8th, and Wyatt is upside down. Now bring out the yellow with 8 laps to go left in the race. I was looking at stats. I didn't get to see what fully happened, but that looked fairly dramatic. That puts Yeet back in the race, technically. I mean, he's there. And I do mean he's there. He gets his lap back and everything, so he has a somewhat legit shot to make something happen. He would also be looking for his first win. So a very insanely wild type caution for this number 11. Going back green with 8 laps to go. Kaiden, Waffles, Genesect, and I Really Eat is now in the conversation for the win. So I think this restart might be somewhat of the deciding factor how this goes. Everyone gets a decent restart, less more than others, but it wasn't all bad. He has a shot if he keeps up. That being said, this top 3 is going to be the main focus, but, you know, the 11 actually hasn't fallen off too bad just yet, so watch out for that 11 to maybe make something happen. 7 laps to go. Kaiden versus Waffles into turn 1. Waffles had to lift off out of it to not spin this 86 around. Genesect gonna make the dive low. Now we've seen if you battle for too long, it can get the leader just enough time to get away and free. Yeet gives the 1 a huge shunt. But it's not gonna matter. They're right there now. Oh my gosh, he's gonna go from 4th to the lead in a lap. 5 to go. In his first Detroit start, Mr. Yeetman has a shot to get his first career win. He was learning earlier, and that might have been the method. Genesect through the middle, bumps the 11 out the way. There goes the 1. He saves it, though. 4 laps to go. Kaiden try to get to the very bottom. He just might be able to, although Genesect just barely gets clear of the 11. If he didn't, I think Kaiden would be in the lead. Big run for the 11 again. Almost pushes the 1 out the way. 3 laps to go. 3 wide again for the lead. Genesect just barely gets clear. The 11 and the 7 battling for 3rd. Genesect has a bit of room and bit of wiggle room to work with that amount of laps left. These guys battle for too long. It might not be a battle for the lead. It might be battle for 2nd or 3rd. 2 laps to go. He's going to go for it. He went real low. It's going to help the 86. Can't get the power off the corner. Waffles goes around. He's around for a while. That'll be a yellow. We're going to have a overtime little restart. This is going to end terribly. Well, this got interesting very fast. Gonna be a overtime restart. I think our first overtime of the season, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but if it is, this is gonna get real interesting for this top 4. Knowing all 4 cars have a legit shot to win. When do you make your move? That is the big question. Hyden not with the best start. He really puts the one in the wall, and that is going to be a caution almost immediately. Oh, that was just dumb on his part. Waffle's going to get some track position. Not that it really matters here on a green white checkered, seeing how the package has been. All right, another caution, another restart. We'll have another try at this. Blue flag's in the air, but Hyden got a better restart that time. Probably hoping for a good one that one. Waffles in the lead, although do you want to be the leader on the coming to the white flag? I'm not sure. Maybe, maybe not. Jesus, the 1 gets wiped out by the 11. Kaiden was sideways, white flag in the air for Waffles, Kaiden, and Yeet. Force it down low. It gives the 7 a bit of a nudge. It's going to be enough. Oh, man, nothing Kaiden really could do there. To the bottom goes the 11. He's kind of there. He's gonna sideswipe him. And it's going to be Waffles for the second time in a row, taking the win at Rockingham. Very physical finish, though. I don't disagree. I mean, again, I'll say it again. Waffles wasn't the best out there, but I don't think he was making moves like that for the win. That was kind of that was rough to watch. Man, oh man. That is big for his championship hopes, though, because this is a non-state race. He's going to get a lot of points out of this. He has, I think, at the moment, a 40-point lead over second. That is going to grow exponentially. Big win for Waffles. Second win of his career and second win on the season. He's already putting himself as a title favorite. All right. I guess that's your victory lane. All right, well, That was a interesting way to end the race. Mr. Waffles. Mr. Waffles will interview this guy first because he was the winner. He of course did the thing, won the race. Do you want John to interview? John interview Mr. Waffles. Hooray! Okay, welcome. You won today. That's pretty cool. You had to really find your way around. I thought once they passed on the backstretch that was over, but you found a way to make it work. How'd you do it? Oh, he's typing in Discord. Okay, we'll look at it. Everyone else, and then Evan had a really horrible run, a really horrible turn, excuse me. So I snuck around the top and got it. Wow. He did it. Call me Kyle Busch. God. All right, that's Waffles. Big win for him. That was pretty cool. We'll move on to Mr. Kaiden up next. I'm sure Wyatt would talk, but he's just screams slurs. Which I'll interview Wyatt off the air though. Then he can scream the slurs. That's there you go. All right, Mr. Kaiden, you finished fourth. Oh my God. Okay. I didn't think it was that bad actually. I know you wrecked, but damn. Yeah, Mr. Kaiden. Yeah, I'm asking the question, dude. I didn't think it was that bad, but what happened? Between everybody. What happened? What was the deal?
I was coming down. I actually entering turn one. I was like, all right, I'm gonna like probably maybe like be even with Waffles here. He's probably like running high or something. And then I see Mr. Hitler over here tap Waffles a little bit and it like helped this corner a whole bunch. And I was just forced to go up and wreck because of it. So, and I thought I was gonna like go down backstretch and make a move, but instead this guy named Hitler was here. Hold up, let me see if I can find this. Maybe I can't. Never mind. Maybe. Hold up. Never mind. I can't find it. It's whatever. But it was like a tragedy. I was about to be overjoyed because I was gonna be able to make a move. And then you get that. Re-racing for a win here. No, that's. I mean, you wanna know what Hitler said? Hitler said he was gonna exterminate the Jews because the Aryan race. That's basically what he said right there. So that's everything. Worse than Rack.
Okay. I guess that's it.
You heard nothing what I said, did you?
No, I did. It just took me a while because I was typing stuff. All right, I think that's it for Rockingham. We'll see y'all in a couple hours, actually, for the Bush race.
11 left down.
Which I'm scared for, but yeah, that's it. Congratulations to Waffles. We'll update points. Actually, I had to post points from the previous race for all 3 series, and then post this race results and points. And it might be scary for the Bush field because it might be over.
Oh wait, is Yeet racing that?
Truck field, I should say.